Welcome to the Parents TV. If this is your first time watching, please stay glued to learn lessons from a true life story. We want to say a big thank you to our subscribers and viewers.
Mark, do you know what hurts the most? It's not the shouting, not even the cold looks. It's sitting beside the man I married and feeling completely alone. I keep wondering when we stopped talking like friends and started surviving each other like strangers.
I hear you say that, Elena, but I don't know how we got here either. Every day feels like pressure on my chest. I come home tired, defeated, and afraid of failing you. Instead of explaining myself, I hide behind silence, because silence feels safer.
Silence isn't safe for me. Silence screams. It tells me I'm not enough, that my presence doesn't matter. I replay our old conversations in my head, the laughter, the promises. I ask myself if those moments were real or just things people say before life happens.
They were real. I meant every promise. But somewhere along the way, responsibility crushed the joy out of me. I started measuring my worth by what I provide, not by how I love. When I couldn't provide enough, I felt ashamed to even look at you.
I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be present. When you shut me out, I start blaming myself. I ask if I talk too much, if I expect too much, if loving you is a burden you regret carrying every single day.
You are not a burden. You are the only place I ever wanted peace. But I didn't know how to explain my fears without sounding weak. I thought being strong meant carrying everything alone. I didn't realize I was slowly pushing you away.
Lying next to you feels heavier than sleeping alone. I stare at the ceiling every night, wondering if you notice my tears or if you've learned to ignore them the way you ignore my questions. I miss feeling chosen, Mark. I miss feeling wanted.
I notice more than you think. I hear your breathing change when you cry quietly. I pretend to sleep because I don't trust my words. I'm afraid if I open my mouth, everything I've been holding back will come out wrong and hurt you more.
Keeping things inside doesn't protect me. It destroys me slowly. I start building stories in my head. I imagine you falling out of love, regretting this marriage, wishing you chose someone easier. Those thoughts eat at my confidence until I barely recognize myself.
I never wanted you to doubt yourself because of me. I just didn't know how to admit that I felt like I was failing as a husband. Every bill, every unmet expectation felt like evidence that I wasn't enough. So I withdrew instead of asking for help.
Marriage wasn't meant to be a competition of who's stronger. I wanted partnership. I wanted to fight life together, not separately. When you shut me out, it feels like you don't trust me with your pain, and that hurts more than the pain itself.
I'm sorry I made you feel excluded from my struggles. I forgot that love means vulnerability, not perfection. I thought protecting you meant hiding my weakness, but all I did was create distance. I never stopped loving you, Elena. I just got lost.
This morning feels different, but I don't know if it's hope or just exhaustion. I'm tired of surviving emotions. I want honesty, even if it's uncomfortable. I need to know if you still see a future with me or if I'm holding on alone.
I still see a future, but I'm scared of repeating the same mistakes. I don't want to promise change and fail again. I need to learn how to talk instead of shutting down. I need patience, not because I deserve it, but because I'm trying.
I can be patient, but I can't be invisible. I need effort, not excuses. I need to feel like you're choosing me every day, even on days when love feels heavy. I want reassurance, not perfection. I want truth, not silence.
Then let's rebuild with truth, even if it's slow and messy. I'm willing to unlearn my habits if you're willing to walk with me through the discomfort. I don't want to lose you because I was too afraid to speak.
I'm still here because I believe there is something worth saving. But love needs nurturing, not neglect. I won't beg to be heard anymore. I want us to meet in the middle, not pull each other apart from opposite ends.
I don't want to meet you halfway anymore. I want to come all the way back to you. I can't promise perfection, but I can promise presence. I can promise to speak, to listen, and to fight for us instead of hiding. The next morning.
Elena, I won't sugarcoat this. Emotional stress doesn't stay emotional forever. Your body has been screaming for rest, for peace, for release. You're young, but prolonged sadness weakens even the strongest heart. You can't keep carrying pain silently and expect your health to cooperate. I keep telling myself I'm strong enough, that other people survive worse. But lately, I feel tired in places sleep doesn't reach. I wake up exhausted, emotionally heavy. Sometimes I wonder if my body is reacting to what my mouth refuses to say. That's exactly what's happening. Suppressed emotions manifest physically. You don't have to suffer to prove love or loyalty. Love that costs you your health is not sacrifice. It's slow self-destruction. Whatever is breaking you emotionally needs attention immediately. I'm scared, doctor. Not of sickness, but of admitting that my marriage is hurting me. I don't want to paint my husband as a villain, but I'm losing myself trying to protect him from my truth. Healing doesn't require blame. It requires honesty. You deserve to exist loudly, Elena. Your pain is valid, even if the person causing it never intended to. Promise me you'll choose yourself at least once before your body forces you to.
Mark confides in his colleague. You look like a man drowning quietly. I've known you long enough to know silence is your coping mechanism, but marriage doesn't survive avoidance. You can't shut down and expect your wife to feel secure. Love needs communication, not endurance tests. I never wanted Elena to feel neglected. I just didn't know how to admit I was failing financially and emotionally. I thought if I stayed quiet, I wouldn't add to her worries. Instead, I became the very thing hurting her. Intent doesn't cancel impact. You may not mean to hurt her, but she's bleeding emotionally while you're protecting your pride. Marriage is not about being the strongest man in the room. It's about being the most honest partner at home. Every time I tried to talk, shame stopped me. I felt smaller admitting my fears. I forgot that vulnerability is strength in marriage. Now I'm afraid I've waited too long, and she's already emotionally exhausted. Then act now. Apologize without defending yourself. Listen without preparing your response. If you love her, fight for emotional safety, not control. Silence might protect your ego, but it's destroying your union. Elena's mother's house.
My daughter, I raised you to love deeply, but not to disappear in love. Marriage is not a graveyard for identity. If you're crying more than you're laughing, something is wrong. Love should stretch you, not shrink you.
I keep hoping things will change if I'm patient enough. I don't want to be the woman who gave up too soon. But I feel invisible, Mama. I talk, and nothing changes. I love him, but I'm tired of feeling unheard.
Patience is not silence. Endurance is not wisdom. You can love a man and still demand emotional accountability. Don't confuse loyalty with self-neglect. A woman who loses herself to save a marriage ends up with neither herself nor the marriage.
I'm scared of what happens if I finally speak without filtering my pain. I'm scared he'll hear rejection instead of desperation. I don't want to lose my marriage, but I don't want to lose myself either.
Elena confronts her husband.
I went to the hospital today. Not because I'm sick, but because my body is tired of carrying what my heart refuses to release. I'm breaking quietly, Mark, and I need you to hear me without interrupting or defending yourself.
Hearing that scares me more than anything. I didn't realize things had gotten that bad. I thought we were just going through a phase. I didn't know my silence was costing you your health. I'm sorry for being blind.
I don't need promises tonight. I need presence. I need to know that when I speak, I matter. I need to stop feeling like I'm begging for basic emotional connection in my own marriage.
You're right. I failed you emotionally. I chose comfort over courage. I'm willing to unlearn that. I don't want to be the reason you break. I want to be the place you heal. Weeks later, they booked a session with a therapist.
Love doesn't disappear suddenly. It erodes quietly through neglect, fear, and unspoken pain. You're both here because something still matters. But healing requires brutal honesty, not polite conversations. I want my voice back. I want to stop minimizing my pain to keep peace. I want partnership, not survival.
And I want to learn how to be emotionally present without feeling weak. I want to show up, not shut down.
I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know I won't silence myself anymore. Whether we heal together or separately depends on what we do next.
Then let's choose each other again, consciously. Not out of fear, but commitment. Later that night.
Healing won't be instant, but I feel seen today.
And I finally understand that love is not quiet suffering. It's shared courage. Silence can destroy what love alone cannot save. A marriage does not break because of hatred, but because of unspoken pain, fear, and emotional neglect. Love is not proven by endurance or suffering in silence, but by honesty, vulnerability, and daily effort. When partners choose pride over communication, they slowly lose each other. Healing begins the moment truth is spoken and emotional presence replaces avoidance. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, subscribe and share.